Hello everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, bringing the latest theme park and attraction news from all around the globe. Now, just before I get into this video, there's only a couple of days to go until the big day, so I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from myself and Charlotte here at Theme Park Worldwide. We hope you have an absolutely amazing time this festive season. I've got my array of Christmas jumpers that I've been wearing the past couple of days, and I'll be wearing another one tomorrow night for our Christmas Eve live stream. So come and join us at 6 p.m. We're doing a live stream answering your questions and also our 30-question theme park quiz that's become a bit of a staple over the past few years. So make sure you come and join us for that. It's all good fun. That's our live stream tomorrow night from 6 p.m. here on the channel. Talking of exciting things though, it's been just over a year since we first heard that Universal Destinations and Experiences had purchased 476 acres of land just south of Bedford near Kempston Hardwick here in the United Kingdom. And of course, just over a year ago, there was all that big excitement that, Universal purchased this land, and throughout the year, the excitement's continued with things like the public consultation, other news and developments that we've heard, but it has all gone a little bit quiet at the moment. But don't worry, it certainly sounds like everything is still on track with this project, as I'm going to talk about later in this video. I just wanted to have a bit of a recap, a timeline of events of everything that's happened since we first heard that news by the Bedford Independent 12 months ago in December 2023, and just go through everything that's happened throughout the year and just how much progress has been made towards Universal Destinations and Experiences opening a brand new theme park and resort here in the UK. It's about 90 minutes away from us here at Theme Park Worldwide HQ, and honestly, if this does go ahead, there is going to be so much excitement. There really is. Now, everything that we're hearing in the industry, it's all sounding very, very promising for this. And just wanted to kind of go through everything that has happened throughout the year. So exactly 1 year ago, that's when we first heard the news, thanks to Bedford Independent for confirming that 476 acres of land just south of Bedford near Kempston Hardwick had been purchased. And of course, straight away we went down there, had a look at the site, captured some footage of it all, and throughout this video you'll see some drone shots and also some footage from on the ground, just to kind of showcasing the land that Universal have purchased and where they're intending on building this park. And it came as a real big surprise. There'd been a couple of like rumours and things, but nothing like hard evidence until of course that confirmation came 1 year ago. And obviously there was just so much excitement in the air. There really was. The fact that Universal had purchased this land. And of course, it went a little bit quiet after that as Universal continued with its feasibility studies, the site analysis, just to ensure the site was suitable for development and doing all those different checks. So that kind of carried on from December last year through until the spring. And then it was March when there was a public consultation period. So March this year, 2024, when they opened the public consultation period for a number of weeks. That allowed for people to give feedback on the proposals for the project and exactly what they wanted to do. We started seeing things like some more detailed site plans for exactly what they wanted to do with this area. That of course is expected to have a large theme park, along with that possibly some accommodation, a city walk, more transportation and entertainment options to create a brand new Universal resort. The first one in Europe, and also as well for Universal, it would be a big kind of game changer for them entering the European market again, because yes, it would be their first park in Europe at the moment, but obviously in the past they did used to own Portaventura in Spain as well, and for a period of time it was known as Universal Portaventura. Obviously they sold their stake in it many years ago, so we'll be seeing Universal kind of re-enter in the market and for the first time opening their own ground up new park, which would be very, very exciting, especially with everything that Universal have been doing the past few years. Some amazing investments at the park in the States and around the world, and of course Epic Universe opening in May next year. Soon to be this year, I can't believe it, but no, Universal have really been expanded, and that's certainly been very exciting to see. So yeah, we had the public consultation period in March, and then April was a really exciting time because they actually held 2 public consultation events, and we actually went down to one of these. They were open to anyone to go and visit, so we went down to one of the consultations, and we spent a couple of hours there. We were chatting with some of the team from Universal, along with that lots of locals we were chatting with, and it was quite interesting because obviously we were chatting with a lot of the locals there who had never been to a Universal park before, and they were kind of saying to us like, oh, you know, what's a Universal park like and things, and we had some lovely conversations with a lot of local people, which was really nice, and everyone that we spoke to was really in favour of the project. And that's the thing, everybody that you speak to is just so excited and in favour of this, because it'd be a huge boost to the UK economy, but also tourism and our theme park industry that has been dominated by Merlin Entertainments for a number of years. I think this would be really good to just give Merlin you know, a bit of a kick to say, come on, let's get some more investment, let's make the park experiences even better, and it could change the industry for the better here in the UK that had become quite stale. As much as we had some good investments last year and there's some nice things planned along in the horizon, I think, you know, it's more in the long term, the operation, presentation, food and beverage at the parks, there's so much that needs improving that if Universal does happen, it's really going to give Merlin and some of the other theme parks a real kick to think we're going to have to be better to survive in this industry. And as much as it's sad when any theme park closes, we don't want to see any theme park close. What we do want to see is theme parks improve their offering and just have a beautiful park experience for everyone to enjoy. So that was the excitement from the public consultations. Everyone was really, you know, really pumped for it. We had a good chat with them. They did a presentation there. They had all the boards and everything. They had some complimentary like coffee facilities and stuff like that. It was really well thought out by Universal, as you'd expect from a major theme park company that truly does mean business. That was the point for me where it really hit home that, you know, this is happening. Like, they're here, they're very active. It's got to take something pretty drastic for this not to go ahead. And over 1,500 people attended the public consultations. As you can see, you know, it was busy in there. We had the opportunity to chat with so many people, which was wonderful. And at the end of that, 92% of people supported the project, which is a lot, isn't it? That's only 8% that didn't really support the project. So 92% supporting it, which was great. And again, it went a little bit quiet then over the summer period. But then July, support was made from local government, things like the mayor, he's been very active down there in Bedford. A lot of like local like politicians and that sort of thing. Everyone's been giving it a lot of support. And then of course, Universal came out and said that the could be 50 billion of economic benefits for the UK, and if that's the case, that would be amazing. I mean, the economic benefits that would bring having a major theme park, I look at how much we spend, just me and Charlotte going to theme parks around the world, on things like accommodation nearby, food, beverage, travel, transport, other things nearby. Sometimes if we're going to parks, we'll do things nearby, other attractions. You think of all these people coming from around the world to a Universal park in the UK, then yeah, the possibilities are endless. They really are, and the benefits for that. You don't think about the jobs. They have said 20,000 jobs during the construction of this, 8,000 new jobs and rising when the theme park resort opens. This would be massive for the UK economy, and you've only got to look at the theme park capital of the world, Orlando, Florida. How many people from the UK flock to Orlando for Universal, Walt Disney World, the other parks? So, you know, this would be a massive tourism boost for the UK. And I actually think if the other theme parks like Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, etc. played the cards right, they could see attendance increase as well. If they opened investments in line with Universal, people coming over would think, oh, we'll go to Alton Towers, we'll go to Thorpe Park. So necessarily this could mean a massive boost for the overall industry. And I'm going to do a video on that at some point about how this could affect UK parks. But I genuinely feel if they played the cards right and make the right investments, we could see attendance boom at all the UK parks, to be honest, because of this Universal project. And I'm sure it would be a big success. I really do, especially with it being the only one in Europe. People would travel from across Europe, the likes of France, Spain, Germany, like we all go to Disneyland Paris to come to Universal. There's a big following for Universal parks. So no, definitely that sounds really positive. And when they say a 50 billion of economic benefits for the UK, I mean, that is incredible. Big numbers, it really is. All the local government then sent letters to the Prime Minister supporting the project. And that is where we've got to, really. So that was like back in July. We've not really heard much since. However, there was a news article a few months ago, back in October, that said we've now entered a period of quiet as the government negotiations continue. There's no red flags to prevent the Bedford Borough Council supporting the theme park. We've just got to await the outcome of the government and Universal negotiations on the financial package. So when we talk about this financial package, obviously when a company makes such a big investment, they're going to want tax breaks and tax relief, and that's what they'll be talking about now. They'll be talking about infrastructure, who's paying for what, that sort of thing, because obviously Universal are spending so much on the park, they're going to bring that many people here, they're going to want the government to support them with different things as well. So I guess that's the fun bit now. That's the waiting game. And in all honesty, that's why we haven't heard or seen anything happening. Obviously, over the summer, there were some big trenches and things that were dug down on the sites. We didn't go down that and see it ourselves, but I saw some photos and footage of that. And they were, again, just checking the ground and making sure that it's suitable to be built on just there. And obviously, it sounds like everything's come back fine from that. We're literally waiting on the government and Universal to come to their agreements now, and then it will move forward, which is really positive. So there's nothing to worry about here with this project. Yes, it's gone quiet for a few months. There's no concerns at all. It literally sounds like they're having their meetings, they're getting everything sorted, and then bam, as soon as that's done, I presume they'll come out and put a bit of a marketing thing together, maybe a shovel in the ground kind of thing down on the site, and we'll see work commence. Now, it's not going to have a normal planning application process. It's going to have a special development order working with the UK government, which of course for a massive project like this, it basically means that they're not going to have planning permission for each and every aspect of it. It'll be one big special development order with the government, and then they will kind of liaise with them on the project and each of the different areas of this resort. So it's very exciting. I am still so pumped for this project. I really am. Yes, it's gone quiet, but if all goes to plan, I still think that work could start at some point next year, 2025. And the fact that next week we're going into the new year, we could potentially be saying next week the work starts this year on the new Universal Park in the UK. As far as we're aware, they're still looking at a 2030, 2031 latest opening for this. Based on that, how fast they build parks and attractions, I think that's a realistic timeline. 5 or 6 years of construction. Universal Epic Universe has popped up the past 3-4 years, and that's a brand new ground up theme park similar to what we're going to be seeing in the UK. You know, there was no infrastructure there before with Epic Universe. It was a vacant plot of land, and that's the same with this, a former brickworks. So they can completely transform it in around 5 years, with hopeful construction starting next year. So all we're waiting on now is then talks to kind of wrap up with the government, and then fingers crossed we're going to get the big announcement we've all been waiting for, that Universal is coming to the UK. Now, there is also a chance that, you know, all that could be finished now. It could all be wrapped up, but Universal are just kind of holding off at the moment. And we could see early groundworks just starting, you know, like next year without any sort of announcements. And then the announcement will come at a slightly later date. Obviously, Universal are opening their brand new theme park in Orlando next year in May. They could possibly wait until after that before making an announcement, or it might not be related at all. You know, they might just think, yeah, we'll announce this as well. It's a completely separate project. That's the same with the new kids park that they're building in Texas at the moment. You know, that's kind of being built up now and ongoing, and there's been a few announcements and things about that. So I'm excited. I think there's nothing to be concerned about. Everything sounds really promising, and I look forward to filming hopefully a lot more updates and videos on this project over the next kind of 5 or 6 years. And when it's open, I mean, how amazing will that be? You know, the fact we're going to be having a little one as well. We're going to be able to take them to the park, and, you know, they'll probably be 5 or 6 years old when it opens, which will be crazy. At least they'll be able to ride loads. But no, very exciting stuff. Let me know your thoughts down below in the video comments on the Universal UK project. And yeah, don't worry, I've seen a lot of people recently saying, oh, we've not heard much, you know, is it cancelled, is it happening? Trust me, I'm still really confident in this project. A lot of people we know in the industry are as well, and it certainly sounds very, very promising. Thanks so much for joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide. Have a very Merry Christmas. See you in tomorrow night's live stream, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you soon.